Hi, welcome back. Today's episode I'm going to talk about Ethereum and Bitcoin, and you can see on Ethereum on the daily time frames that we did have this previous resistance right here. Market broke to the downside, came back up, retested it, and right now what we can see on the lower time frames is that the market is actually on its way down. You can see this wick right here that we do have. It just might fill this wick. On the lower time frames, I actually want to see if the market is going to break certain areas for us to be able to see where we can buy or sell the market. But definitely if the market is going to fill this little wick that we do have here, we want to find good entries to see and where we can have our targets. It's the same thing for Bitcoin. So please continue watching this video and I'm going to show you exactly what I see on Ethereum and Bitcoin. Let's go to Ethereum. I haven't checked Ethereum for a couple of days, but if we're going directly to the daily time frames, we can see I did still have this box on the daily, and that it's between it's around 3560, and you can actually see how the market broke to the downside, came back up and retested this area right here. So right now we are on the daily. If we break it down to the 4 hour, we can actually see exactly what happened, and it looks pretty good. So you can see how much this area actually did respect the daily that I was talking about. So we can go back here and see how it looks on the 1 hour, and you can see that we did have a previous resistance. Just like Bitcoin right now, the market is just going sideways, so we definitely have to wait and see. We want the market to break one of these boxes that I do have, and this is a support that's 3391, and the resistance is 3557. Obviously we do want the market to break this box that we're in right now, this sideways market, because we have nothing else to, we just have to wait for that. If we're going down to the lower time frames, I also did put up a box right here, and that's 3564, and that is 3401. Also just here, we want the market to break either to the upside or to the downside for us to be able to see what the market actually would do, because right now it's really easy to lose money because the market doesn't show us any direction right now. So everyone is just waiting to see what's actually is gonna happen. But let's say if the market does break to the downside, what's the next target that we do have? Well, I would say this target right here. We do have this low, this little fake out, but if it breaks that one, obviously we have this zone right here. If the market breaks to the downside, you can have, the market will definitely come back down here again and retest it. And after that, we just wait and see if it's going to retest to the upside, or if it's going to break and retest from the downside and continue down. And we do have the next target that we do have, it's actually on this wick right here, and you can take, and I do have this zone since before also, and that's the previous this is the previous resistance. So if it comes back down here, we definitely want to see if the market turns it into a new support. We're still in a uptrend, but we did have this huge candle, this huge red bearish candle that we do have to think about right now. The market just spiked down, as I always say. So it's pretty hard to trade this right now. We do want the market to break to the upside or to the downside for us to be in a safe position. So we're not just jumping in, we need to wait. So that is what I see on Ethereum. If we're going to the daily on Bitcoin, this is how it looks. So it does the same thing. We broke to the downside, we came back up and retested this previous support that we did have, turning into resistance. And you can see that even on the 4 hour, we did not close above this box that I do have. So we just might continue to the downside, but that's something that we do have to wait and see also. If we're looking at the lower time frames, this is the Fibonacci that I did have since yesterday. I took it from the high to the low, and that's 47289 to the low, and that is 45106. And the Fibonacci levels are 46480 and 46234. So we definitely will come back down here again. Maybe we're just retesting the 50%, or no, that's the 61% because it's to the downside. So this is the 61%. So the market might just retest it and then continue to the upside, or it will just break it, come back up, retest it, and then we just might sell the market again. You could see that the market never broke this little box that I did put up since yesterday. If we're taking it from the 15-minute, the market just came back down here and retested and then retested again. So you have a double bottom right here. Oh shit. You have a double bottom right here. Oh. And you have the neckline right here. It doesn't look perfect, but that's how it is. Trading is never perfect. So you just have to train your eyes to see where it can be. And you can also see that the market is actually retesting 61%. Fibonacci level right here. That's just where the neckline is. We're taking the Fibonacci level away just to not have too much things going on the chart. If the market does come back up again to this zone right here that I do have, and that is 46756, retest it, it could just continue to the downside. It does retest the previous high, it does pretest the previous low that we did have here, come back up. The market did actually retest it once, break to the downside, came back up, retested, and then it just might slowly go down again. But also here on Bitcoin, it's pretty hard to trade it right now. So we definitely want the market to break to the upside, or we want the market to break to the downside to see where the market can go. And if the market breaks to the downside, it's the same here. And I do have the Fibonacci levels on since yesterday, for a couple of days ago. I still have the weekly Fibonacci, and I do believe the market can come to that. If the market breaks to the downside, this is definitely an area I think the market will come to. And you have, this is the 50%, this is 43567, and we do have the 61%, that's 41191. So if the market comes back down here, this is where the market will react once again. So we just have to wait and see what the market will do. I did put up this trend line right here just to make sure to see if the market's gonna break it, or if it's just retesting from the resistance right here, turning into support, or if we're gonna break this support right here, break it, retest it, come back down. I'm taking the trend line on the higher time frames, combine it with the lower time frames with support and resistance that I just told you about, and I want to see how they react to each other. So if we can just copy and paste this one and see how it looks on the lower time frames. So yeah, if the market breaks this trend line, we do have to watch out for this support that we do have here on the lower time frames to see if it's actually just coming back down and retest it and then comes back up again. So many lines here. Hope you understand. Hope you see what I'm doing. Hope you're not getting confused. This is what I see. So, but you can see how perfect the market actually broke this box here, came back up, retested it, and then continuing down. That's really good. This is what I see. I hope you understood this short little video that I was talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum. Trade safe, trade with risk management. Like this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. And we're gonna go through these every single day together. Bye.